When is the last time you saw a bottle of this at a bar? It's Drambuie, a 275-year-old Scottish liqueur that somehow went from bar essential to almost completely forgotten. But here's the thing, this one ingredient creates one of the smoothest, simplest cocktails ever made. The Rusty Nail, just 2 ingredients, 5 seconds to make, and it's time we brought it back. Let me show you why. Now you will need a mixing glass. If you're feeling a little bit lazy or you don't want to overcomplicate things, you can just mix this in the glass. It's only 2 ingredients with a little bit of ice. It's not that hard. Do it in the glass if you want. It's perfectly fine. So Drambuie, it is the hero ingredient. It is a honeyed spiced Scotch whiskey liqueur. So therefore we're going to pair that with a Scotch whiskey. Now, typically, or perhaps traditionally, it was paired with a blended Scotch whiskey, something like the famous Grouse, blended Scotch whiskey, inexpensive, perfectly fine to mix and to use with Drambuie. But today I'm gonna change it up and use a single malt Islay whiskey, Bruichladdich. The team from Bruichladdich sent me this bottle, so I thought I'd use it in this video to say thank you. 2 ingredients. It cannot get any simpler than that. But there's a couple of things that you need to remember. Well, mainly one thing you need to remember is the ratios. So I believe that it was originally created as an equal part drink. Now, Drambuie is a liqueur. It is quite sweet. So if you do equal parts, it's gonna be a sweet cocktail. It's still gonna be a tasty cocktail, but it's not gonna be suited to everyone's palate. So therefore, we're gonna reduce the ratio, reduce the Drambuie, I should say. You can either do a 2-to-1 ratio, so say 2 ounces and 1 ounce, but in my case, I'm going to reduce it even further and just go 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 ml of Drambuie. That's enough for that flavor to stand up, for those herbs, spices, and that honeyed character to come through without it being too sweet. We're going to stir it down, so it's going to dilute. And next ingredient is your Scotch whiskey of choice, 2 ounces, 60 ml. Don't want to over dilute this cocktail because we're serving it over ice, so therefore give it like 15 seconds. It's better to under dilute a drink that's going to be served over ice than over dilute. Over dilute, you can't do anything about it. Under dilute, just let it sit in the glass for a little bit longer, especially if you're just making it for yourself. Nice hefty old-fashioned glass, big block of ice. Use cubed ice if you want, completely up to you. Straight over the top. And to finish this drink, we're going to garnish with a twist of lemon, just to brighten it up. It's got a lot of spice, a lot of character. Now we're going to add a little, just for like, a little bit of citrus just to make it pop. Make it pop. Over the top. Place it in there. Now before I try this drink and let you know how it tastes, just give me 30 seconds to talk about today's video sponsor, ZBiotics. ZBiotics is a pre-alcohol probiotic. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. When you drink, alcohol gets turned into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that causes a rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break down this byproduct. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the evening, drink responsibly, have a good night's sleep, and you'll feel great the next day. Click the link in the description to get 15% off your first order and free shipping. Don't forget there's a 100% money back guarantee. So for any reason, if you're not satisfied, they will give you a full refund, no questions asked. Follow the link in the description. Let's get back to the Rusty Nail. It's such a good drink. It's kind of like in the realm of an old fashioned, but you're not using bitters. You're using the Drambuie for that spice and that herbal character and that complexity. Like you don't have that whack of bitterness that a dash or two of bitters does, but it's still in the same realm of whiskey, sweetener, and herbaceous kind of note. But the honeyed complexity of Drambuie is delicious. It works so well. And this is such a good drink. Now, If you did a 1-to-1 ratio, it's going to be sweet as hell. It's going to be a little bit too much, a little bit overwhelming. But I mean, in saying that, having a Drambuie on ice is fine. But for me, I prefer the whiskey to be a little bit more at the forefront. And so these ratios work really well. Highlights the Drambuie without it being too sweet. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in for next week's video. Cheers.